Hey guys, Rodney McClure, Ace Window Tinting, Gasket Pro Tools, and the Film Vendors Guild. There's a couple of you guys that are dealing with contamination issues. Here's the thing, you can rule out several different things. If you have clean water, your bottles are filtered and your water is filtered, then you can eliminate that right off the bat. Secondly, I don't like peeling from a car because any contamination that's on the outside of a car, unless you've washed it, cleaned it, and detailed it down, you're gonna pick up contamination. The less times you have to move the film, the better off you are. Now what I've done here, I've sprayed and scrubbed my peel boards. That peel board's clean. I'm gonna wet it. This peel board, this is my mobile peel board. I clean it, put it on there. And here's always been my thing. You start off clean, you end up clean. Now this piece of film is laid on a peel board that's clean. I'm gonna squeegee it down. There's no trash under this piece of film whatsoever. So if you're hanging your piece of film on a piece of glass and you look and you can see trash up under it, you're already starting off backwards. You gotta start off clean to end up clean. I'm gonna pull the truck here and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. It'll be a lengthy video unless I cut it up and break it down. But I'm gonna show you some handling techniques and things to look for that can help you clean up your job. Stick around, we'll be back. Okay guys, some more on contamination. Here's where a lot of your stuff's gonna come from. Even though this is a 2018 truck, it's got some decent contamination on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dampen this up. I'm not gonna just flood it to go hunting contamination. I'm just gonna clean anywhere where the film might fall into and touch, being this rubber here and over there. Now on this other side, it's important to clean up in these grooves, so I take a stick or a tool or a paddle and I rub the spray a little cleaner up in there, and I rub it and wipe it. That's got that. Now next step that I do, we're going to lay that there, is right here on these door panels. I'm going to take the same tool, I'm going to rock this thing straight up. I've not removed any screws or anything. I'm going to bring it up and over. When you get right here, don't pull too hard, you'll break this right here. This is all you need out, is right here. You grab this rubber seal, you pull it up, you hold out on the panel. I reach around, put on the outside of the panel, then I pull this thing straight back. Now another thing that a lot of folks don't think about or don't do, get my scrubby here, is across the top of this window. You have lots of contaminants hiding up there in that because this is a laminated glass. And laminated is two pieces of glass that's put together with some safety material in between it. Now I'm gonna wipe across the top of this. Careful to pinch all the way across so I get the whole top surface. I'll wipe back one more time. That is grit and debris that would have been in your film. And I'm gonna go ahead and scrub this part while it's this far down. We'll tuck this up in here, bring it down. Go ahead and roll this window up. There's no stickers on this window, so I don't have to put the razor blade on it. However, I will scrape it with my hard plastic scraper. I never feel the need to use a razor blade if I don't need to. This is a Gator blade by Pro Tools now, which is a killer little product. I take this thing and I resharpen mine quite often. You see how deep this edge goes up in behind the seal. You can't do that with a razor blade or a scrubby pad. Now you've seen I've done both sides, this one and then this one, and across the bottom. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go across the top, push any contaminants that's on that top over this way and over this way, but I'm not gonna tuck them behind the panel, or maybe behind the seal because I've already brought them off. I'm gonna take a paper towel, wipe this off, go across the top again. The way I scrape is almost like I'm squeegeeing. I'm pushing this stuff all the way down. I'll wipe it, push it again, Then I flush these corners. I take another lint-free rag. Now I'll take this prep squeegee. It's the wave prep blade that we have on our site. Come all the way across the bottom. I'm gonna ease this window down just that much. Finish off what I couldn't get upwards, wipe it. Drag this across the top, push it out the top edge, wipe it again. Now I'm gonna do something that a lot of folks would frown on, tell you that I'm crazy, but when we get through, I'll show you why. Lint-free towel. Minimum lint. I'm not gonna say lint-free. That would be lying to you and lying to myself. I've wiped this window off. I will flush this down here. I'm not gonna move this window again. This is a paint and body tack cloth. Now once I get through, I'm gonna tack this window down. Now, if it's good enough for painting automotive finishes, it's good enough for tint. So now I've picked up anything that may have been stuck to this glass from this rag. I'm gonna flood that, flood this down this bottom edge, flood that, lightly spray it. I'm not gonna spray up here and disturb anything up here to fall down. And we're gonna go over here and grab our piece of film, roll this back. Handling the film is something to watch for when you're having contamination problems. I make it a practice not to touch the film with my hands on the sticky side. I'll get this thing started up. I'll roll right up under it like this, reach deep down below it. I'm gonna guide with my left hand. I always drop the side in first. That's the shortest side. And I ease this film down. And as I do, I don't put any pressure to push it against the glass. I just let it float right down. I get this side down over here so I can tuck this edge up. And what happens then is it permits me to slide this in without this having the possibility of touching over there. That film is on the glass now. I'm gonna dampen it. Take the Hydra. I quarter my windows up when I do it, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a line straight across each side right here, just like this. I'm gonna come up. This way we got this line is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Then I'll work this thing just like this, making sure that I get the solution to the top edge about the same time all the way across. I'll make one sweeping pass and push the water off the top edge. That way you're not making a finger and water running back, making a finger and water running back. Now that being done, we're going to take this sledgehammer. And this is an extractor. Some of you may have bought this, some of you may have heard of it. The other one is a general purpose squeegee. This is nothing but an extractor. You have to push down hard on it to make this thing conform to the glass. But when you do, it moves more water than any tool on the market. It's not so hard that you can't use it for several different applications. And using the quartering up technique, we have very little issue. I'm gonna put just a smidgen of slip solution here. We're gonna finish our quartering up. Now we've got that, these top two, now we got the bottom two, and I'll show you like we had divided off like this before. When I work these, I do what I call cheating the fingers. You can see these fingers in here. I take my hand with a rag and I push to this corner. You can see them flattening out. And I go with it around 45-degree angle, or maybe a little less than 45. Work them to the corner, slam them out. Same thing over here. Before I take my wedge hammer and run the corners, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with the sledgehammer. Straight down, same pattern, same technique, to the corners, to the edge, and I'll bring it down to the corners, to the edge like this. The trick to keeping trash from wicking back in here is getting the fingers out as quick as you can, because when the fingers works, the way it works, when the finger comes up, it raises a film and it pulls a vacuum, and it's pulling air from out here. If there's any water in that trapped air or that gap, it will definitely pull the grit and wick it right up into the into your job. Guys, this is how you do a contamination-free job. Clean this glass for you. This is in pollen season now. Dehydrator and the sledgehammer, along with the wedge hammer, there's absolutely no fingers, no creases, no trash. With a shaved edge, this window gets a 10 out of 10 consistently every time. Guys, you're only as good as your last job. Like my daddy always said, make it count, son. Thank you guys. Rodney McClure, Gasket Pro Tools, the Film Benders Guild, and The Film Bender on YouTube. Check us out.